Good Morning Texas, Dollars and Cents. Sponsored by City Credit Union. Making the difference, one member at a time.
If an engagement or a wedding is in your near future, it's important you start your union off right by discussing money now. Taunya Williams with City Credit Union. She's here to get us through that whole talk about love and money. Can they really fit together, Taunya?
They can.
And we need to start that conversation no matter how uncomfortable it is, because we want to start this union off right. And especially tonight, right? A lot of people are getting engaged.
A lot of people are getting engaged tonight. I heard there's some big plans back there in the back, I heard, at the restaurant. So yeah, it's a big day for some people.
Okay, so what do we do? How do we start this conversation?
Well, you know, timing is everything, like with anything. So don't plan this talk if you're having a romantic dinner or right before bed. Set a date, you know, say, hey, we're going to talk about this on Wednesday, and so that each party can be prepared for the conversation.
Right, and even if you're 7 years married like myself, my husband still sees my name in Marcus Bill and says, that's financial infidelity! So you want to make sure you disclose everything up front. So,
that's right.
Okay, so we set a date, and then we have this talk. Do you recommend separate accounts? Well, how do you recommend people merging, especially when you get married older these days? Everybody has their own stuff.
Absolutely. Well, I recommend 3 accounts, actually. His, hers, and ours. Ours pays all the household bills. But, you know, you just don't want to have to ask permission if you want to go buy shoes, or if the guy wants to go buy hunting gear or whatever it is.
I love that you just said if you have to buy shoes.
Oh, it's a must.
Yeah, I love that.
Definitely
you have your
necessity.
priorities in check. Okay, so credit, that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
You know, what debt are you coming into this marriage and with, and how do we want to handle that?
Well, that's also important to have that conversation for full disclosure, because if one spouse or, you know, significant other has some credit issues, you might not want to merge that credit initially, help them get that cleared up, and then merge your credit. So it's really important that, you know, full disclosure so that everybody knows where everybody is. Yeah,
you're right. It's an uncomfortable situation to maybe start our conversation to start, but you're right.
Absolutely.
Because there's ways to get your credit score better. There's ways to get out of debt. If you are fully honest with your partner, then you can get.
That's right.
Okay, so love and money can exist together is the good news that you're sharing with us today.
That's exactly right.
This is really good advice for anybody, even if they're not just starting off a marriage, but maybe you're coming to a point where you do have separate accounts and different credit cards. You need to merge these items together and at least get on the same page about how you want to pay things off.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and talk about your ideas about money. You know, if you're kind of a control freak and you really want to control the purse strings, I mean, you need to talk about that so there's not so many arguments and you know, there's a happy medium.
You said, and even in your family, sometimes you pay the bills and you're in control of the finances, and then it shifted to your husband.
We've gone back and forth. Now I'm paying all the bills, but you know, it just kind of my husband owns his own business, so right now time is a factor, so he doesn't have time to do it. So now I do it, and it works out for us.
It works out for you guys. See, I let my husband pay all of the bills, and then what I do for mine, I have them automatically debited because I will forget.
Absolutely.
I should not be trusted with paying the bills, and so he does it. Okay, so get the conversation started.
That's right.
All good news you brought with you today. Of course, we can find out more information by logging on to your website.
Yes, citycu.org.
There's the information. You can also drop them an email at moneyquestions@citycu.org. Taunya, thank you so much.